Just because, like, I've been below rock bottom. I'm talking, like, below rock bottom. And right now, I'm at, like, the top of the world, period. Like, that's all I can say right now. I'm at the top of the world right now, inside and out of the ring. I'm just way above. You know, and I look back, and it's now...
A veces me he puesto a pensar si valió pena llegar al lugar en donde estamos sentados aquí. Mucha gente.
What up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Into Deep. I'm your host, Alan Vasquez, and alongside me, Rudy Perez.
What's good?
As you guys can tell, we are not in our studio today. We are at Knucklehead's Boxing Gym, so you guys can already tell in the title as well who our guest is. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, liking, subscribing, all above and every platform. Our numbers have boosted up a ton on our YouTube page. Thank you guys for doing that. If you haven't already, go ahead and like, subscribe, and drop your comments down below. We are open to all feedback. So let's get started. Let's get our...
Hey, bro, you sound like a live commentator. I like that intro. All right. Next Max Kellerman, bro.
Thank you. Hey, I'm feeling the vibe right now. Let's get the show on the road. Today, we have a boxer from Oxnard, California, a gladiator, a rising superstar. The world believes he will be the future of boxing. 10 wins, 0 losses, 6 wins by knockout. We have the one, the only, Rudy El Toro Ochoa.
Yeah.
How's it going? I don't know. Something about that just made me feel like, am I going to fight right now?
Yo, wait, who we fighting?
Like a little bug.
Nah, not yet. We
Yeah.
ain't doing none of that. Well, anyways,
Not today,
what's
not
good
today.
with you, Rudy? How we doing, bro?
What's good?
Doing good?
Thank you guys for having me. That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, bro. Hey,
No, dude.
you
Thank
came
you for
highly
coming down,
requested,
period.
man.
That was awesome.
Hey, it's my hometown, bro. So, you know what I'm saying?
What's up?
It's not nothing but a drive to me.
Nice.
For them,
Awesome.
they were,
Yeah. We're new
Far.
here. Yeah. But this is our first time here. But again, this is about you. You let us know how you are, how everything been, what's been up, how are you? It's like
In the most honest way, amazing right now. You know what I mean? Trying not to be too like, oh, whoop-de-doo. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm good right now. Everything's good. I'm training, waiting on some opportunities, basically waiting on some phone calls. But I'm in the gym, ready, training hard, and, just keeping positive inside and out of the ring. So that's...
Yeah, man. I see.
amazing.
What time are you up? Like 3 in the morning? Ready to come over here?
See, I would try to be here up at 3 in the morning, but right now my time's like 4:02. But I moved up from 4:06. Okay? I started like at 4:10, then 4:12 and mixed, but now I'm at solid like 4:02.
I thought I was up early, bro. I was like, damn, he's already an hour into it. By the time I wake up.
I think you posted one time. It said like who woke up at 4 a.m. I woke up at 6. I'm like, damn. I was like, God damn, you got me this time.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, yeah, this guy is up early, bro. Like, he wakes up before the roosters.
He be, oh gosh. All right, so let's get to it. How's it been like during COVID and like without boxing, and just want to get into this real quick.
It's been challenging. So basically, I was training for a fight, cutting weight when COVID had hit. I was 2 weeks away from fighting at Chumash Casino. Like, one of my biggest fights was supposed to be, it was going to be like that huge step up where opportunities come after that. So it was a lot on the line, that people didn't really fully know. But there was a lot on the line. And so when that fight got canceled, it was like, boom, like, it hurt, period. You know what I mean? And then, but little by little, I just kept training, whatever. Little by little, things started kind of like popping up, possible. Then I got a fight at the end of last year, which was October. And then I fought in Boston. Amazing. Got an opportunity out in Boston.
Damn, Boston.
Went out there to win. Yeah. Went out of Boston. But so I mean, I was able to keep my mind wrapped around boxing. You know what I mean? I had some things going on, but my mind was wrapped around boxing. I knew how to train. I knew how to do. I knew that I had to,
Yeah.
I had a fight coming up, and so no matter what, I had to be in the gym training. So I kept it up, So I fought once, but I mean, it was better than
That fight go
hanging
the
out.
distance?
Exactly, yeah.
Did it go the distance?
8 rounds, my first 8-round fight. A lot of people didn't think I was gonna make it, and I was like, in my head, I was like, man, I want these fights. I want the long fights, So got my win, and I got a cut on my eye. Got some solid black eyes, and if you guys don't know that, I love having a black eye. It's like my trophy. I think I posted it. Yeah, I gotta have a black eye. Like, I'll post every once in a while, like, I got a black eye or almost, cause that's my trophy.
Yeah.
Like, you see a black eye, you just wonder, like, dang, what happened? Well, I was in the gym training hard. That's what happened.
That's dope.
That's what's up. And like push forward. Like, do you have any fights like coming up, or you don't want to announce? Or you want to announce?
We're in the process of getting a big fight down. Something I've been working for since I walked into a boxing gym. You know, so I should have my opportunity pretty soon. And I mean, that's all I could really say at the moment, just because I'm just worried
that's
about
fair.
training. I'm worried
Yeah.
about training, period.
yeah.
You know,
Nah,
like
that's fair.
I wake up, I got to get my times up, my mile times, do my push-ups, all my gym rounds. I got to get those up. That's what I'm really, really focused on. It'll come.
How many times do you train a day?
So on a good
As
day,
far for you, not like you training anybody else, like you
Okay.
getting your training. In.
so on a good day, like 3. I'll try to.
Damn.
My concept is I try to sweat at least 3 times a day. You know what I mean? Because for me, a workout so much, honestly, a run isn't a workout. That's just something I got to do.
Yeah.
Coming to the boxing gym, I get a workout, but it's not like, am I going to work out today or am I not? Like, I got to be at the gym. I guess the context part of it. But I try to sweat at least 3 times a day. So if not, like 2 coaches kind of like, Coach Haas is kind of on me. I'm like, take your break. You got to rest. Like,
You're just anxious,
I've
huh?
been sitting down for 2 hours. What do you mean? I did rest. You know what I mean? But yeah, but at least 3 times I trust.
Rest is important, bro. Rest
It is.
important.
I'm learning that little by little.
I mean, like when you're chasing like something that you want, man, like you forget to rest, and I mean that. Like not me personally, but a lot of people have ended up in the hospital, you know, with with any type of medical condition, just focusing on their goal. When you really got to kind of take the time to not only get yourself physically rested, but mentally rested.
For sure. Well,
I'm saying?
so like I think a lot of people get confused sometimes. They're like, I'm up early, but my thing is I'm in bed like 8:39. Like I get home from work and I'm like, I gotta go to sleep. 'Cause I gotta wake up on time. So like because coach like really stresses on me, like make sure you get your sleep. Before I was like 11 and be up, but now I get my rest. So I know what you mean by
okay,
I get my rest. So I wake up early, but I get my rest. Don't worry. Don't text me after 9:30 because I'm asleep.
I think that's the time I texted you the first time I was trying to reach out. Like, damn, bro, you told me I'm not gonna answer me.
I did probably text you back in the morning.
Yeah, I was like 3:37. What the fuck? I was like, no, man. I was like, hey, bro, I'll text you when I wake up right now at 5. Like, don't trip. Go ahead.
All right, like just got like back onto like how you started. I saw like a documentary on YouTube or something like about you, and it said like you were kind of like a late starter,
Okay.
like
yeah.
at 17.
Yep.
So how, like, why do you consider that such a late start?
So now personally, I think I started at like the perfect time because everything just perfectly added up. But in the world of boxing, you know, like people start when they're young, you know, and they've been doing it their whole life and all this and that, and they have all these fights and all this, whatever. You know, for me, I started at 17. I walked into the gym just an angry little kid, and I just wanted to fight. So I was doing good, you know, and then little by little, I mean, I started learning. I didn't have a huge amateur career, but what a lot of people don't know, I was in the ring like with world champions or fighters that were, you know, about to fight for world championship fights. So I didn't have that amateur experience, but I've had this pro style since I technically walked in the gym. I was, in the most honest way, just thrown into the wolves because it was like, this guy could hang. He's, you know, he's doing good. He'll spar with them. Yeah, I'll spar with them. I'm going to learn something, you know, and sure enough, I mean, down the road, I've learned a lot in the gym that people don't realize. Like, I've been boxing this pro style. I would confidently like to say with the, you know, the high caliber pro style since I've walked in the gym. So that for me, being in a professional boxing match is nothing new. I don't feel too late, but in the world of boxing, I started at 17, which is not 8 years old, so late.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking a little bit off air about like the names or who you were boxing with, and god damn, man, like, holy shit. I mean, I'm not gonna name drop. I don't know what kind of contracts you're under, so I don't even want to get you in trouble like that. But bro, if you're in there with them, bro, everybody else is gonna be so much like slow motion. Like, yeah. That's why they call it. That's why they call it boxing art, man. You either learn how to fight, you get your ass kicked.
Learn to adapt one way or another. So.
And who inspired you?
You know what? It's a tricky question because like I walked into a gym not so much like, okay, I want to be like this guy. You know what I mean? It was more of like I walked into a gym because I just wanted something else. You know what I mean? And then once I started, you know, watching boxing, learning boxing, then it was like, okay, I started paying attention to a lot of fighters. In the most honest way, I just like any southpaw fighter, period. Like, so I don't say like, I have to be like him. I love his style. Yeah. But I'll watch how one southpaw moves his foot one way or throws a certain punch, you know, all that little stuff. So I would like to say I try to pick everybody apart. You know, everything. I'll watch anybody fight. Any southpaw fighter, I'll watch them.
Like Earl Spence.
Errol Spence, I like Errol Spence. You know, so I doubted him from his last comeback.
Yeah.
But he shocked me and he surprised me. So I'll be honest and say I am a fan again. You know, but
Yeah, after
he's
what,
solid.
after what he did to my dog, I was like, all
Oh,
right, man.
man.
I was
Don't
like,
tell me
all
you're a fan.
right,
You're a fan in
I was
the-
like, all right,
man.
cool, I'll give it to you. But
Look good.
nah, I mean, there's a lot of bunch of southpaw fighters, man. I mean, you got Earl Spence, you got Manny Pacquiao. Who else is out there?
So I mean, me personally, like I would say, like I like Lomachenko.
Oh yeah,
Some-
his
some
footwork
old
is
school-
nasty,
oh, yeah.
bro.
Oh, man. Amazing.
Lomachenko's footwork
Amazing.
is disgusting.
Yup, big time. And then a lot of going back a little bit, you got Ponce de Leon.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of like the older classic guys. Sweet Pea, obviously. Like
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
Coach Haas really put me onto that. And I was like, this is amazing. You know what I mean? And
Because I see you a lot on social media, and I see that you're always watching film. You're always reading something. You're always eating right. You're always training. And what do you think attributes to that as far as like you putting in so much work, like to do it the right way?
It's more of like, I know that I have to do it. I don't know another way to say it. Like, I know I got to do it, period. Like, especially right now. I mean, like I said, if I slack one little bit, let's just say I slack today. You know what I mean? Like, I had to run this morning because I knew we were going to do this. And then, so I was like, you know what? If I slack today, when I fight and if I'm tired, I'm going to be like, damn, that one day I didn't run. Or that one day I didn't do an extra push-up. That one day I left the gym early. That's what's going to bother me. So, like, I know that I have to be on top of my game. So there's no reason I should be down at all, period.
You have a
know
straight
what I mean?
motivation that like if I mess up right here, then I messed up something in the past, like it
For sure.
affected from way back then. What's like something that you can teach to people with that, like having that mentality?
The only thing that clicks like right in my head is just don't get tired. Like in the gym, everybody knows me. I refuse to say that I'm tired. You won't hear me say it. I don't get tired. I know when I need to kind of like back up a little bit, but I won't get tired. And I just think being tired is it's a choice for one. I've posted it on social media a couple times. People get like, so like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, but it is like being tired to me is kind of like you saying, okay, I'm done. Instead, let's just say, hey, for example, let's just say like a push-up, whatever. When you're running, simple. When you're running, okay, when you're tired, you stop. Okay, why not just jog? You don't have to run, but you can jog. Okay, you're tired of jogging, you can't, whatever, your foot hurts, then walk, period. Like, there's no reason for you to say you're tired. So that's the only thing I could really think of quick is don't get tired.
I feel like you just have to tap into a whole different part of your mentality. Bro, okay, for me, I know I need to kind of like slow it down when I start seeing dots. Like that's for me because like, bro, if you would see the first episode we shot to now, bro, I look nothing like nothing the same, bro. Like I started losing weight.
Awesome.
These
Congrats.
pants never fit me. This jersey was super tight, like all that stuff, bro. And then I finally got like, before we started season 2, I was like, nah, I need to get back in the gym, man. Like I need to do something. And then my sister, shout out to my sister Laura Moreno for the lob for this.
Man.
Bro, she told
We
me
could go
about you.
on her forever.
Oh yeah,
Laura,
bro.
thank you so much for everything. Period.
Yeah, bro. Like she's really the one that showed me your stuff, and I was like, damn, like how come I've never heard? I was like, I'm from Oxnard. Like I know all these boxers and stuff. Like how come I never heard of them? And then like she told me a little bit of your background story. I was like, oh, okay. And then but yeah, bro, like seeing you work, I was like, all right, cool for sure. Like hell yeah, like let me work too. Like that Rudy's not gonna be the only Rudy working. Like
For
nah.
sure, yep.
And then bro, like even like in the gym, like bro, tapping into a whole different mentality, like. Cause I'm like my coach has me in there, bro, and like people say, oh, you got a trainer, like like why do you got a trainer? Why are you gonna spend your money, bro? First of all, this guy's a professional, and and if you want anything done the right way, you got to seek expertise from a professional. Like you got a coach, right?
Right.
So it's like he got my nutrition right, he got my workouts right, and he's just like, look, you can have one cheat meal this weekend. But that is it. Yeah. He's like, I know you're going back home, eat your pizza, and that's it. He's like, but you're only allowed 3 pieces. That's it. After that, we're back in the gym. He's like, and you're working out Sunday morning. I don't give a shit if it is Mother's Day. I was like, all right, man, I'm down. So, but yeah, man, like, you just have to really just tap into like a whole different like level, like with anything, not just working out, but like anytime you're tired, like bro, anytime you make an excuse, give somebody else an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So I'll never give I mean, I don't pay attention to no man's, what they got going on, but I'm not going to give somebody else the opportunity to take my spot.
For sure.
For anything.
Yep.
And that's where I feel like a lot of people are lacking, like, not just motivation. Like, motivation, yeah, it's there, but discipline, man. You really just got to stay locked down.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stay 10 toes down, moving. Just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
That's my take on that.
That's a round right there. No?
Again, get into it. About mental health. Like, you're a boxer. People view you guys as, like, the meanest, like, gladiators, like I said earlier. Like how do you take in, like, if you ever gone, like, through a downfall or something, like, you just, like, felt like you couldn't make it. Mm-hmm. How did you overcome that and find, like, peace with yourself?
So honestly, it's more of there's, like, I could go on forever on this whole situation just because, like, I've been below rock bottom. I'm talking, like, below rock bottom, and right now I'm at, like, the top of the world, period. Like, that's all I can say right now. I'm at the top of the world right now, inside and out of the ring. I'm just way above, and I look back, and it's now I started realizing, now that I kind of look back, I realize, okay, this is what kind of helped me. These are the people, the little words that kind of, like, really stuck to me, So it was more of, in the most honest way, kind of like listening to everybody at that exact moment, but I wasn't even realizing how much I was listening, if that makes any sense, But it was like, I think for me, I just knew that I had to make it to the next day. You know what I mean? I knew that no matter what happens, I got to make it the next day. In the most simple way possible to explain is, like, I got my family, I got my sisters, I got my friends, and then my gym family, period. I got so many people around me. I no matter what, I got to make it to the next day, and I'm going to make it to the next day. Yeah. We'll touch up on it a little bit later, but that logo right there is a big part of that. We'll touch up on it later. But, I just knew I had to make it to the next day. So whatever I had to do, I was going to make it to the next day. I was going to get to the gym. I was going to train, go through my thing. Whatever I got to do, my day could go, like, my circle could be, like, all, whatever, like, lines everywhere. But I was going to complete my circle, period. Yeah. So next thing you know, I went through, like, 2 crazy years, hard years. I was still fighting, but it was hard. Outside the gym was hard. But I completed my circle, made my day. Next day, woke up, fell asleep, woke up, fell asleep, woke up. Routine, huh? But now, look at me now. Like, right now, I go to sleep with a smile. I wake up with a smile, full of energy. So, I mean, when it comes down to that, just stay on track, period. Know that you have to make it to the next day and listen to the people around you. Yeah. Most importantly, one big message is just reach out to the people that are by you. Like, you'd be surprised how many people are willing to help you and how many people can help you. Because I was so, like, I don't want anybody to know. Yeah. Like, I'm scared for myself. How am I going to bring anybody else into this? Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's so many people that would help you and can help you. So just touch up on that. If you need help, just reach out to those close to you. You'd be surprised who is really, really going to help you. Yeah, but like I said, like, just complete your circle, and it all adds up eventually. One way or another, it all adds up.
And who do you keep close as, like, your closest contact?
So, I mean, to be completely honest, when I've gone through stuff, I learned to just keep quiet, be myself, period. Like, just, don't try not to take it around other people, but just, that's where I messed up. I messed up by, like trying to stay quiet. Hey, don't come in my circle. You don't want to be in here. You don't want to know what's going on in here. Like, stay outside.
Personal space of mine.
Like, let me close the door real quick. You know what I mean? Hold on. But now I'm in an amazing place. Coach Haas and all the guys here at Knuckleheads, like, if I have something simple, my shoes could be dirty or what. I don't know why I thought about that, but something. I was trying to think of something simple because we were talking about that at the beginning. But it could be something simple that I need help with. Somebody here can help me. Laura, close family friends. It's like all my family. Period. I know where I could go for certain help. Period. It's like it's wild. It's just now that I'm understanding how many. How would I say, like, not necessarily options, but how many resources, period, how many resources that I have now, and I'm open to looking for help. Yeah. I have people supporting me all over the place.
It's just finding the right people, you know what I'm saying? Because I myself, I had that same issue, the end of 2019, right? Like, I had just gone through my own thing, my own situation, And I was like, I didn't know who to confide in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then little by little, my brother, my sisters, my mom, you know, my close friends, Alan, everybody's like, hey, bro, like, you seem a little off. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not yourself. You know, you're not posting positive stuff on Instagram. Like, you ain't making people laugh. Like, what's going on with you? You know? And I'm like, holy shit! Like, these people really care about me. Like, they really tapped in. And like, look, like, if you need to talk, bro, go ahead and talk. Like, we're not here to gossip. Like, we're your people. We're your circle. And then I let them know what was going on, and they're like, damn, bro. Like, if we would have never caught you on this bad day, none of us would have been knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and that alone, bro. Like, you really find out who's for you, not for what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, big time. It took me 26 years to find. Well, not being. Let's just say, let's be realistic and say like what 22 after 4, whatever. It took me so many years, all growing up, elementary school, high school, everything, to be like, you know what, I need help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now that I got the help 2 years after like the worst times of my life. I'm like the best time in my life.
Crazy,
you know what I mean?
A short little time can do, bro. Like, hey,
I
seek
should have
help.
done this from the beginning. Period.
Everything's
That's the
on
message we got to get
description
through.
below.
Yep.
All the hotlines all in the description below. If you guys need help, or
Reach
again,
for it.
DM me, DM Rudy.
Yep.
Also, another Rudy that
Okay,
we have.
yes.
Those
Just
rulos.
DM, this guy is full of energy. He will boost your day up.
Yeah, make sure y'all tap in with him. If y'all want some real motivation, this motherfucker's up at 4 in the morning.
If you guys are up late or
Go to sleep if you're up late. Hold
I
on.
mean,
Go to
hold
sleep
up.
if you're up late.
Hold
Don't
If
be
you're
up late.
early.
No, up
Yeah,
early.
yeah.
But what if they're up late? That's the thing.
Well, you should be asleep early if you know you got to. You should
But
be
if they-
asleep early if you know you got to get up early. Period.
Yeah, I'm still practicing that. Though.
Like those,
Your
gotta
friends
be-
could wait. Your friends are gonna be there 2-3 weeks from now. But like that workout, if you mess it up now, 2-3 weeks from now, you're gonna look the same.
That's
You know what I mean?
Dang.
That's why I don't hang out with my
Think
friends.
ahead.
Unfortunately, when my friends see this, I love you guys. I love my family. I'm in my own little space right now. You know what I mean? I
That's
just
how it should be.
cut everything out.
I can't even tell you, man. Like, just like having this grind that I have now. A lot of my friends, even like I just started, like going out. Not like going out like on dates or anything like that, but just going out. It's just like, damn, bro. Like, we don't see you no more. Like, what are you doing? And they're like, nah, man. Like, look at what Rudy's doing, man. Like, got all this stuff going on. Like, nobody really knows because, like, bro, I keep my shit low key.
Yeah.
And they're like, Rudy, we don't see you on the scene anymore. I was like, don't trip, bro. In a little bit, I'm not gonna be seen anymore. Like, bro, I'm really trying to just get my businesses going, like, get everything, my brand and my merch, all that stuff out. And bro, I'm cool, man. I'm cool being low key. I don't need to be popular. I just want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, for doing the stuff that I love too. You know, that's what makes it good, man. That's what makes it dope, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Get to wake up every day. And, like, my thing was going to sleep early and because I wake up at 5, you know what I'm saying? So I'll go to sleep at 12 right now.
Okay.
So I'm getting out of bed like, fuck my life. But I'm learning, man. I'm learning. You know, hey, see, I fuck up. I ain't perfect. I'm far from perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Man, we're all
Nobody's
human.
perfect.
We're all human.
Yeah, we're all human, man, but trust me. So all the young ones that say, oh, I like what you're doing, hey, I have my bad days too. Every day ain't good. Trust me.
I like that. Yeah,
Well,
I mean, everyone.
I was shocked a little bit. I didn't even know what to say. I was like, damn.
No,
he's
man.
not wrong.
No, I mean, bro, I'm just trying to be as like more transparent. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Because I mean, I've gotten like, oh yeah, like we don't know everything about you. I'm like, no, I'll bring you into as far as I want you to come, and then after that, it's like when I start to get to know you a little bit more, then I'll start to let you in. And if I feel like I can confide in you, cool. If not, then I'll just keep you at bay.
For sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the jab, just keep my distance. You know what I'm saying?
Second move. Get away from that negative energy. Just
Yeah,
kind of
bro.
like, you know.
What do you look forward to in like this your future career, like moving forward with
So it's crazy. I don't even know how to say it, but the most honest way, inside the ring, I'm just like, being in the ring, it's just a different feeling, period. You know what I mean? Like, inside that ring, as crazy as it sounds, when you're in that ring, I could be in this ring, and it could be filled with people. I'm still in that ring for whatever fight it is. It could be 5, 10, 20, whatever it is. That feeling after you get out of the ring, that's a whole different, like, wow. Like, it's amazing, you know? Like, everything that you put into it, all the work, all the years ahead of that fight, it all pays off at the end. You know, and it's like, that's that feeling. My biggest one thing I look forward to is one day getting out of the ring and being like, this is what everything everything was for. All the good, all the bad, going to sleep early, waking up early, all that little stuff. Man, like, there's going to be a day, period, no matter what. I already know it's going to come one day. There's going to be a day when I get off that ring, I'm like, this is it, period. That's why I have, like, zero regrets, period. Like, I have zero regrets for where I'm at right now. Like, I had an opportunity, got a full-time job, and it was like, hey, you know, everything was good. Everything would have been solid. But then I was like, I boxed too, and when are you going to be gone? I'll be gone in 2 months, and I'll be gone for like 3 days. Like, you know, and like, I kind of had to choose.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously I chose boxing, you know, and I haven't looked back, period. You know, it's been worth it by far, period. I've had some of the most amazing moments of my life, and it's inside the ring. And
bro.
One day it's going to be worth it, period. I can't wait for that feeling.
Yeah, no, like, I'd rather be happy and underpaid than really unhappy and really paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. I'll grind my way back up to the top. I don't give a shit.
For sure.
I'm like, nah, I'm gonna make this happen one way or another.
Like, so I've been interviewing like artists and musicians, like, and how they want to have like features, or like they want to be who they want to work with. Who do you want to fight?
So I don't want to sound crazy, or not crazy, but I don't want to sound like, I don't know, bad. How would I say this?
Bro,
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but look, like, I don't worry about anybody else. Like, I don't worry about, like, I want to fight this guy, and I'm looking up at this guy. Like, I want to say, like, period, I want my big opportunity. That's all I can really think of. Like, I want that opportunity. Like I said, one day I'm going to get off the ring and be like, this is amazing. This is me. This is perfect. I'm happy. I'm full, period.
Yeah.
Happy. You know what I mean? And then it's, so like when I watch fights, I'm like, I know I could take that guy, period. You know, like all these guys that are upcoming and all that stuff, like, put me in there right now. You know? But
let me show you something.
yeah,
real quick.
but I'm never like, I want to fight this guy and this guy and this guy, this guy, just because it's like when it comes to like the fanny stuff, like there's a lot of people say like, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Why am I going to put that in my head if it's, one, not realistic? What do I want to do? I want to get in the ring and show everything I got, show everything that I do inside the gym, and make it pay off. So that's my fantasy, is whoever's in front of me, I'm going to be like at my A game, and everybody's going to be like, dang, Rudy's footwork, Rudy's head movement, Rudy's speed, whatever. That's my fantasy. So whoever it is in front of me, well, who brings that out, well, then that's who I want to fight. Whoever brings out the best in me, inside and out of the ring. So.
No, I like that.
He said line him up and he's going to knock him down. A-line is crispy, by the way. Whoever your barber is, shout out to that guy.
We're getting it's not bad. I was like, I got to get a last minute haircut. And I was like, shoot. House of Fades, actually, they sponsored me on this.
Oh, is it
this
that?
This is my last fight.
Everybody keeps telling me about this guy. What's his name?
Barber Alex?
Alex? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, at the last barber tournament, everybody was like, you need to find this guy, this guy. I'm like, who is this guy? I mean, I'm not to throw shade in it. I just didn't know who he was. And then one of my homies, he posted a video of him, and I was like, this is what he's talking about. I looked him up. I was like, hey, man, that's
he's got
pretty
some
nice.
good work. And then, my big thing was right there at the barber shop right away. Like, I walked in, and we just started talking boxing. Everybody's like, whatever. So we started talking boxing, and then the owner, Fonz, he was just like, hey, man, like, whatever we can do to help you out.
That guy's a monster, too.
Oh, man, I know for sure. Yeah, he's
too.
always working, too, And then he was just like, Fonz at House of Fades, he's just like, man, how can we help you out? He's like, just let me know what we could do, and I want to help you out. And even to this day, he's like, when's your next fight? When's your next fight? Oh, we're waiting on something. Okay, and then I go in the next week. When's your next fight? Well, we're waiting on something, But he's like, he's wanting to help us. So, I mean, big shout out House of Fades and all my other sponsors as well, But House of Fades is
I got to talk to you about
now.
some stuff off air about that
for
stuff
sure. I
too,
got
so
you, for
don't
sure.
trip. we gonna talk some stuff. We coming, dog.
What is something that you'd change about yourself?
That I would?
Yeah.
At the moment, nothing. Back then, so much. I look at myself now, and I compare my... No, I don't want to sound weird, but I compare myself to how I was before. And I'm like, man, like the stuff that I was thinking, the stuff that I was kind of like running from and whatever, like I look at myself now and I'm like, look, I'll be in front of anybody, and if you want to hate me, I'm still going to shake your hand. Yeah. If you want to, argue, like I don't want to argue with anybody, period. Like at all, I don't want to argue with anybody. I don't want to like talk bad about anybody. It's just like, And back then, I was influenced so much by like a lot of stuff around me that I just didn't realize that's why I'm acting this way. This is why I'm acting this way. But now, I mean, I look at myself like it was so simple to just walk away, period. Like just walk away, Rudy, you know, like if I could have little Rudy right here next to me and be like, I would just a couple cachetadas every once in a while, like, dude, let me hold you by the hand and show you a couple things. But it is what it is at the end of the day. I just wish I knew what I knew now in the most honest way.
The crazy thing is, bro, growing up like in Oxnard too and leaving, bro, just changing your environment and who you kick it with.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna change your life, bro. Like me, I was getting down with everybody. I'm not even gonna say who. Like every day on the way home, bro, me and my brother were getting down with somebody. Like, fuck it, dog, you want to run them. And then, bro, like we were getting down. Next thing you know, we're getting jumped. Next thing you know, we're getting shot at. And I'm like, yeah, bro, this ain't the life I'm trying to live no more. Sure. Like I'm still trying to play football. I'm still trying to have like a family, all this stuff. And then finally, I'm like, man, bro, like, we got to stop kicking it with these fools. Like, I'm kind of looking at everything we've gone through, and these motherfuckers are the X factor, bro. Like, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Well, trip out. So, like, one of the things in elementary school and me growing up, period, everybody always thought I was going to be the bad kid. Like, well, I was the bad kid at that moment, so everybody's like, don't hang out with Rudy, you know? And my mom used to tell me, like, you know, oh, they don't want their kids hanging out with you. I'm like, why? Like, I'm a good kid. Cool. Now I look at myself, I'm like, I don't know that little kid. Trust me, I'm completely different from back then. But anyways, you know, so everybody thought I was gonna be the bad kid. I mean, I love everybody that's been a part of my life, period. But I mean, I can honestly say I'm probably the only one that hasn't got in trouble and hasn't done something that I probably shouldn't have. Yeah. You know, and I mean, surprised. I'm surprised too. But like, it's one of those things where I was just like, I don't know. Remember I told you guys earlier? I was like, I talked about one thing that I forget. That was that little spot. But period. I was supposed to be the bad kid, and I ended up being like
the good one.
I wouldn't say perfect. I wouldn't say good, but I ended up being like a great kid. I'm a good kid. I'm a good kid, and I'm still a kid. You know, I don't care. I'm 27 years old, but I'm still a kid. Like everybody says, I'm a kid at heart. No, like I just barely now. I'm barely now just like.
Yeah, man. Like you just.
I'm living now. I'm period. Yeah. You know, it's amazing.
It's way better on the positive side. So if you want to be on the negative side, come to the positive side.
Hop over.
I got a lot of positive side.
We're winning over here.
For sure. Yep, no doubt.
First, I mean, what's like all in the media right now? How do you feel about like YouTube and boxing?
Killing all my questions.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment.
Skip. It's ridiculous. I've tried. I look in the most simple answer. I don't. I respect you guys, but I hate when people ask me that stuff because, like, I've been in this sport and I've done so much inside and out of the ring to get the support that I have. You know, the small stuff like waking up early. Now you're like, oh, he wakes up early. Okay, I've done so much inside and out of the gym, and I've built up. I'm fortunate. I'm thankful for everybody that does support me, but I did so much to get this support. Period.
Yeah.
And people just come in like, I can fight. I'm sorry, but those aren't fighters. Period.
Period. That's why I feel like it's really just like.
It's disrespectful. Period. Thank you. That's what I didn't want to say. But I was like,
dude, I don't care.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go there. This Rudy not gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
There's real fighters, and then there's YouTubers, which they should stick to YouTube, but they're just doing it because they have the fan base. But like again. They're only doing it because it makes money.
We're fighters and we work hard for what we do.
Exactly.
We train. We know what it's like to train. We know what it's like to give up or sacrifice, not give up. We don't give up.
All I'm gonna say is fight a real fucking fighter, not a basketball player, and not an Olympian who can fucking wrestle.
All right, we're not going for it.
Right,
we're not targeting.
So next subject.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I was saying. That's all I'm saying.
We ain't getting canceled, but we're not gonna target people right now.
Yeah, nah, that's...
Don't ever bring up YouTube to me, period.
I just wanted to get
just this channel. Just this channel. Just this channel.
Yeah.
YouTube fighting. That's a joke.
Yeah, bro. That's trash, bro.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we have the Instagram questions. If you want to get into that?
Okay, yes.
If you guys haven't already entered the giveaway, everything's going to be in the description below to get your steps. And you guys can win a hoodie, crew neck, or a T-shirt, or both, or all three, with some stickers and a lanyard. I'll throw it all in. New Lost Boys merch is going to be out June 20th. So, yeah, we're all good there. Let's go back to the program. Getting to the first question from Instagram. Me and my creator, how do you handle days where the anxiety or depression gets the best of you?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
So
start coordinating with questions. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Why you have that one too? So
I've had something similar, but
it's funny because it kind of goes back to my circle and my logo. So it's like completing that circle. I just know, like, I could be sad, I could be I've cried in the gym, I've cried when I'm running, I've cried the night before, and I woke up and worked out hard, you know? So it's like, I just got to complete my circle, period. Like, I know that I got to run, and I got to run hard, I got to be at a certain time, certain round miles, and I just keep going, complete that circle.
What would you tell other men who think crying is for, like sissies, girls, whatever? They must
I would like to believe I'm one of the bravest people as a boxer, for one, and I have zero fear of crying. Like, I'll cry in front of so many people have seen me cry. It's too much of, like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to be this person, you got to be this person. I'll cry right now if you guys want me to. If you makes you feel better.
I mean, for content.
Let it out. let it out.
I feel like, bro, like, you have to let that shit out, man. Because
Yeah.
if not, you're just gonna like overwhelm yourself even more. Like, just let that shit out.
Don't let the ego get the best.
Yeah, you don't even gotta fucking cry in front of anybody.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
go cry by your fucking self. Like,
Don't hide any emotions.
don't
Zero.
fucking let society make you something that you don't want to be. Like, if you want to do some shit, you do the shit that you want to do, and that's it.
Including crying.
Including crying. Get your fucking tattoo
Put
that you want.
that, put that in a routine.
Don't eat the food that's bad for your body, but eat cleaner. You'll live a lot longer, even though it's good.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, God damn it.
I'm mad as shit right now.
Starving.
I'm fucking hungry
All
right
right,
now.
your question.
This is from D-Man7. What made you want to turn professional?
So, let me see. How would I put this? Because in the most honest way, I didn't have that great opportunity until, like, it was like, you know what? I didn't think it was going to happen, honestly. It's expensive. That first fight is expensive. Like, you're talking money. You're not even talking getting on the card. You're talking your medicals. You're talking the small stuff, training for a professional fight. Crazy. So I didn't think I was going to have it. And I was like, okay. And then, like, hey, you know, we're making a pro debut. Like, oh, yeah, for sure. You know, like, how much money is it? How much is it going to cost? Like, yeah, I'm done. But fortunately, it came down, Panaderia Lupitas, Emmanuel and their family, they helped me out for that. You know, so Lupita's Bakery right here in Vineyard, in Oxnard. And they helped me out with that. And that was my blueprint, or that was my opportunity. They're like, here, you know what? We're going to help you out. We'll do what we can, but you make the best out of it. And I feel like I did. I mean, now here we are, 10-0, and
Took that
I kept on to it. You know what I mean? So it's just little stuff like that I got a opportunity and I made the most of it. Did that answer the question? Not really, huh? But
No,
Well,
yeah,
did it?
no,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
No,
Like,
but you
you
just
like-
went in depth with it.
Okay.
Actually, like, cutting, like, from the Instagram questions, talked about your logo. Oh, like, what?
Oh,
what-
okay,
yeah.
okay. So we can talk about that right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
look.
go ahead.
So I'm going to make it as short as possible because there's so much behind
Put
it.
as
But
much
look,
detail as you
so,
need.
like, as much detail as I could put. I'll talk on El Toro Inclusive a little bit later, but so my logo, when I went to talk to a guy, so real quick, El Toro came from, I had a fight in Tijuana and I had somebody come up to be like, oh, El Torito came, or El Torito's back. And I was like, I'm not sure about, like, El Torito. My mom was born in Tijuana. I grew up going to Tijuana often, would spend with family. We go. And then,
I used to go
so,
as a kid.
Yeah, I loved it. We were there a lot. So then,
The food's fire.
yeah. So when he gave me the name El Torito, I was like, that's cool. I like it because, you know, he obviously El Toro for the Tijuana and everything. But then I was like, man, like, El Torito that's not a boxer name. Like, we gotta make it more like
It's all
masculine.
cute.
Yeah, that's cute. You know what I mean? So then we stuck
Little
with
kid's
El Toro.
name.
So that's how I got that. And then further down the road, that's where El Toro came from. Whatever. And then so the logo, back to where this question was on, the logo, the circle comes out to me completing my circle. That's when I got my logo made, I told, look, this is my story. I'm Rudy Ochoa. You know, like, when I wanted a bull, confident. You know what I mean? Just confident. I don't want, like, the nose hair, the nose steam or whatever.
Like The Rock.
Yeah, like, I wanted something confident because I'm not brave. I'm not the type of person to come at you like, oh, you know what I mean? So I was like, I need just confident, nothing aggressive. That's not me. Also, the circle comes back to me just completing my circle. So I was like, we got to throw it in a circle.
Yeah.
The biggest part of my logo that I love so much, and it's wild because, like, when I told the guy all my little stuff and we started putting it together, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I wanted, because I told him, I want something simple, but that explains everything. You know what I mean? And I look at my logo and I'm proud of it every single time because it reminds me of what it means to me and what I am, you know. So real quick, my favorite part about it is, so I feel like there's a pattern, you know, that we all have to break through, you know, and there's things that we got to change of our own, you know, like there's so many things that could try to bring you in and hold you in. You got to break through that. So if you look like real closely onto my logo, let me get up real quick. Right on here, the circle isn't completely closed, right?
Yeah.
The bull's breaking through the circle. And I like to think of that as like breaking my circle, breaking
Breaking the cycle?
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for, but I'm breaking the cycle, you know what I mean? So it's like, so that's my logo. That's why I love it. I try to blow it up as much as I can. Whenever I post something on IG of like my thought process, whatever, that's why I use my logo, because logo stands for so much more than just a bull in a circle. Like,
no, yeah,
that's my logo, and I love it.
Like that, you broke it down. Like now, a lot more people understand it, and now it's like
definitely
cool. They have more of a understanding of it, and it's gonna want them to, not to say that you're doing it for bread or whatever, but it's gonna want them to want your merch even more because of what it represents.
That's funny that you brought up the whole, like, you know, trying to sell shirts. So TORO Inclusive is something that I've always wanted to, you know, start. I have like 40 some shirts at home, but I haven't put it out because I was like, it's just not the right moment. Like I have all these shirts and I don't want to put it out because it's just not the right moment, you know. But I have like 40 shirts of these at home. It's just not the right moment. But real quick, TORO Inclusive is basically like it's not a clothing brand. It's not like I don't know how to explain it, but what it is basically, I chose a gray shirt. People know me. I love to sweat. When I go in, I'm going to make myself sweat. I'm going to fill up a shirt with drenched with sweat. A little bit of motivation. You put the shirt on, break that sweat. Whatever you're going to do, don't stop until you sweat on that shirt. You know, when I wear that shirt, I know I got to sweat it out. I got to train hard. I got to do whatever I got to do to fill that shirt up with sweat. And then the logo kind of, you know, it just represents it. TORO Inclusive is kind of like, this is all us. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to work hard. We're going to do what we got to do. So I'll touch up on that. But that was,
that's dope.
We start out my logo
like
and TORO Inclusive. When it's time, I'll say, you know what, here it is. But to me, I literally have 40 shirts at home. I'm not worried about the money. For me, it's more of like, I mean, granted, the money hurt. I got that shirt. I'm like, that. But for me, when I have that moment where it's like, you know what, let's push these shirts. I'm ready to push these shirts. It'll come, but
you want to
look
start
out
like
for
a movement.
those.
You want to start a movement for sure.
Well, you let me know.
I want to say like a community because like a movement. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what to call it. It's not a clothing brand. I don't want to say a movement because like I want somebody. My whoop-de-doo great picture would be like, you see someone with their shirt and you're like, man,
your brand,
awesome, man. Like you're grinding, you're doing good. Keep running, you know. So a little bit like that, but
it's you.
That's my logo, and that's TORO Inclusive. One day.
Oh, I like that.
For sure.
Be on the lookout for that. Wait for the moment.
One day.
Well, you let me know, dog.
I got you for sure.
I'm in.
We're gonna cop.
So you got 38 left after these.
From Big Zeus, what are some short-term goals that you already have set for the rest of the year?
So when we're talking about boxing, honestly, is I don't know how. I just want to have my moment. I know my moment's coming. Period. Like that's the only way I could really think about it. Is I want to have my moment, and I'm gonna have it this year. Period. Like I know it's gonna happen. You know, whether that's just I want to have my moment. That's I'm gonna have my moment at the end of this by the end of this year. Not at the end of this year. Very soon. That's what we're working on right now. But I'll have my moment. It's coming.
No, for sure. Stay tuned.
This is from one Nikki. How do you mentally prepare for a fight?
See, that's a hard one. Just because, in the most honest way, only a fighter would understand. Like, there's so much. Me personally, there's people like, you'll never hear me say like, I'm gonna win by knockout or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I personally like, before a fight, I know if I slack, I could get knocked out. I could win in the first round. I could lose in the first round. I could get tired in the first round. I don't get tired, but I could, slow down in the first round. I could be perfectly fine the whole fight. I'm prepared, as crazy as it sounds, I'm prepared for anything to happen in that fight. I'm prepared to get my butt kicked for 6-10 rounds. I'm prepared to just dominate for 6 to 10 rounds. So for me, realizing all of the possibilities, I'm not shocked. I've been dropped twice once. I slipped, but I got dropped in the pros, but I
Was
knew
that
the
your debut
possibilities of
one?
my debut. Yeah, I slipped, but
I saw the video.
it happens, you know.
I was
But
like, it looked like a slip. I was like, they didn't really punch him.
I got hit when I was going down,
Yeah.
you know. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, though, like I'm trying to tell myself, you know, just take it as a knockdown.
Yeah.
You know, but it is what it is, and but yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, you know what, like I'm ready for anything. I could go down. I could.
Like, do you get like
Dominate.
do you like get like immediately frustrated once you get punched? Or you
No,
just, like, keep
I've
cool?
learned. I learned how to control myself. I feel like if there's one thing I can do, I can control myself. Everybody knows me. In the most honest way, all I can say is like just breathe and stay calm. As crazy as that sounds, the first round, every round is like the first round. You know, every mile is like the first mile. It's just stay calm. If you breathe, nothing happens. You just stay
for sure.
calm. Period.
All right, next question from Big Zeus. What has been the best moment of your career so far?
Ooh, that's a hard one. A mix. I mean, some of my biggest moments, obviously, making my pro debut in front of a bunch of people that I just super thankful for. Once again, thank you to everybody that supports me, and it's big. It means everything. But I mean, I fought Two Match Casino. Everybody knows Two Match Casino. Growing up here in Ventura County, like everybody knows Two Match Casino. I fought at Two Match Casino, and I had one of the biggest crowds there. That was amazing.
Like
That's
in
an
your
amazing feeling. Was that?
Like in your favor?
Yeah. No,
That's
I
dope.
had like the biggest crowd there. It was
That's
crazy, you know. And it's like that's an amazing feeling. I fought at in Tijuana, Caliente Casino, in front of like over 100 family members from Tijuana, you know.
Yeah,
and it was
that's
like,
dope. Like, your
that's
family
my
pulled
family,
up?
man.
Your
Like,
family
and
pulled
we
up? That's
filled up
dope.
that whole thing in Tijuana, Caliente Casino, you know. Like, it was amazing. The feeling, like, okay, I'm here at home, and I sell all these tickets. I'm thankful. I have all these people around me. Then I go across the border to fight in Tijuana because I wanted to fight there from the beginning for my family.
Yeah.
Like, that was the one thing I loved. Like, so when I got the opportunity to fight there, I was like, cool. You know, I got there, like, oh, Caliente Casino.
Yeah.
Boom, okay, that's awesome. My family's gonna come. Awesome. Saw everybody there. Amazing feeling, you know? And then the small but big one is being able to fight in Boston. Like, I literally fought on the other side on the coast, you know? And it's like, that's what a fighter wants, you know? Travel, fight. I traveled, fought, and won a hometown guy. So
That's sick.
some great moments,
that's awesome.
amazing moments.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lakers beat the Celtics again.
Oh, gosh.
This is from Jackson's. Have you had any dark days career-wise? If so, how'd you handle it?
Oh, for sure. It's how would I say? I never took my eyes off of like being a boxer, right? But there was definitely a time where I knew I wasn't gonna fight anytime soon. I knew there was no momentum. I was like rolling, and then I just hit a flat line, and there was nothing happening. Nothing was gonna happen tomorrow, next week, next month, nothing. But I was still training. My head was still there. My heart was still there. I just knew nothing was gonna happen. But I kept going. When I was going to train, I trained, and it brought me here. So
I like that.
I hit that day, but I completed the circle. I kept going, and
Just got to complete
I
the
made it.
circle every
Complete
day.
the circle. That's a big thing. Complete the circle.
Are you working any projects outside of boxing?
So one of the biggest things, obviously, El Toro Inclusive has always been in my head. I've actually had those shirts at this moment now, like 8 months. No, I'm lying. Almost over a year because it was before COVID.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but like I said, there's going to be a moment for that.
For sure.
But it was, I finally, long story short, I bought a square back, a little Volkswagen, right? And I built it up, and I went to my grandpa's house, and we like polished it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it looked like literally from a car that was on a lot for the last 15 years to like some shine on it. I was like, dang, this is crazy. Yeah, we spent like 6 hours in my grandfather's garage, but it looked nice, you know? So I was like, man, I could do this. Like, this is awesome. So the idea came of like, oh, imagine a little mobile car wash, you know? That'd be awesome, you know? And then next thing you know, oh, real quick, this is going to be one of those things that like I haven't put out there yet at the moment, but surprise. So anyways, long story short,
Boom.
Hey.
boom.
Exclusive right here.
This is exclusive.
Exclusive news.
So then it came down to, I've always had the thought, ever since I made my pro debut and I realized the support I have, I was like, you know, one day I want to put my name on something and grow from this. Like, I don't want to just be a boxer and that's it. Like, I wanted to grow something from it. And then I was like, you know, whatever. So then it came down the whole back to the mobile detail. I saw what happened to my car. That was my baby. And then little by little, I was like, one day. And then I forgot about it for a while. Next thing you know, I was like, you know what? This is the moment. I got the perfect opportunity to start something. I bought everything. I actually had it since January. The idea's been in my head since like last, like right before my last fight. So like October-ish, like around there. So like, and I've had it since January, but it's just building stuff right, making sure that when I'm prepared for everything, But so yeah. Anyways, long story short, I get lost again. I told you guys this was happening.
Bro, let
So then, so anyways, long story short, my mobile detail. But see, that's the big thing. Like, I want to carry the same way I am right here, right now, like into that, like me, like that's me right there. That logo is me. I'm using that logo for the car wash. That's my car wash logo, So it's kind of like I want to take this person I am, into the way I run my business and into the way everything's, presented. 100% hard work and just, I wanted that to sound like a lot better, but what it is I got it. Look, I'll make it nice and short because I've not been here forever trying to figure out what I got to say. I'm making start a mobile detail. I'm excited to get that going, and then I believe that'll open up some more opportunities, give myself some more time inside and out of the gym, and I wanted to build that, and I'm glad I'm finally doing it, and it's going to go good for sure.
Make sure you guys tap in.
Heard it here first. Into Deep Podcast.
Toro Detail and Wash. I got you guys.
Dang, that sounds good. That sounds like it flows. Like perfect off the tongue.
That's just tight, bro. Is it hard traveling in between fights?
So I'm assuming that refers like me
Obviously,
traveling from
like
here to Boston to fight?
No, like from here to Boston and back, and then you got to go, say, Phoenix the next, 4 months later.
So as honestly, to be completely honest, the only times I really traveled to fight was Boston, and I traveled, going to Tijuana. But like I said, I grew up going over there, so it was like for me that drive was like driving down the street, But
it's nothing.
Yeah, it was fun, but it was different going to Boston. I mean, Boston, that was like a long flight. It was crazy, but I mean, it was your mindset's so locked in. It's hard to explain. Like I said, some things only a fighter would like really, really understand. But you're so locked in that anything could happen, and you know what you gotta do. You gotta go in there and win. Period.
How long was the flight for you?
Shoot, I think. Well, going there, I think it was like 6 hours. But then coming back, we got stuck. It was like crazy, like 12. You got COVID. Everybody's wearing the mask. The heater broke down. It was a nightmare. I think we were on the plane for like 12 hours. Something crazy like that on the way back. Wild.
I'd be pissed, bro.
Oh, man, wild.
If not boxing, what would your career be?
To be completely honest, I honestly think for sure I'd be into cars. I love cars.
For sure.
I was working at a mechanic shop before boxing got like full in. Mm-hmm. I love being around cars, and it's one of those things where I got so comfortable and I was doing good, so I was like, man, this is awesome. And then once it came down to like, you gonna fight or you gonna work that 9 to 5 and make that money, And I'm like, I'm gonna fight.
I'm a fight.
That's what I want to do. All these hours and stuff, And it's like, yeah. And then I actually struggled looking for a job because it's hard finding a job when you're like, all right, I want to work. I'm a good person and I'll do my job, but I'm gonna be gone next week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I got sparring in LA, and then I'm gonna fight next month. I'll be gone for 3 days. It'd be cool if I could get the week off because I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be cutting the week before, so if I could get like 2-3 days off during the week before my fight, that'd be cool, But
it's like, what? Next 6 months off.
We'll call you back. Okay, so I'm not coming here, right? Let's save my spot.
With your mobile detailing, you control your schedule
for sure, But it's been hard. But like one big thing too, as well as where I'm at right now, Topper's Pizza as a delivery driver, that they actually ended up sponsoring me. That's like one of my biggest things. Yeah, we're gonna go. That's when you said pizza, I was like, I know where we're going.
We're gonna go grub.
Yeah, we're going to Topper's,
bro. So I can't wait.
It's crazy because I just let them know, what? Like I'm a fighter, but here's my schedule. Like if I'm not fighting and I'm not training, I'm willing to work. Like I'll be here. I don't go out much. Like I'm not out partying. So like if you need me here, I'll work. Period. But if I'm fighting, like I need to go. So then, long story short, they helped me out so much with my scheduling. My managers at Topper's Pizza and the company for sponsoring me is like has been amazing. It's helped me out so much because it's like let's just say I know not to take advantage of it because I'm thankful for it. So like if I want to go out somewhere, I'm not gonna be like I'm gonna call out. I feel bad when I call out because I know what they're doing for me. You know what I mean? And then so like let's just say for example like if I'll give you an example literally. So I got a call. Let's just say today's Saturday. I got a call that I got to spar Monday, Wednesday, Friday in LA. It was like a Long Beach area. And I was like, dang, I work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I work the full hours, so I texted my manager, hey, you know what, I got sparring next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and around this time it was like real busy, and I was like, but it's for sparring, and I got the days off, and it's a little stuff like that, and then when I have fights, I get my days off, I come back to work, so it's like, it's hard, it's challenging, but like I said, like I keep completing my circle, and maybe that's just part of my circle, and it's just, it's all falling in. It's
Speaking on
fortunate.
That, pizza delivery drivers is one of the most dangerous jobs in the United States.
I'm not surprised. Look, like I'd hate to sound like a superhero, but look, we deserve a lot more credit, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, it's
like, bro, I haven't witnessed anything, but I have another dude who I worked with in Moreno Valley. He used to deliver pizzas, and there's a spot called Edgemont in Moreno Valley. And that's like a bad area. And he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, nobody delivers pizza out there because they're always getting robbed. Not only for their pizza, but for their money, for what they have in the car. Sometimes they take their car. Like, bro, it sucks,
I
man.
wouldn't doubt it. I mean, like, for me, like, I don't know how to say it, but, like, I love interacting with people. Obviously, I'm one of the big things with the details.
Yeah, you
like,
give off, like, a very positive energy. Like, when I walked in, you were like, oh, what's up, man? Like, I'll be right with you, whatever. I was like, all right, cool, for sure. I was like, damn, motherfucker, jolly as shit.
I try to be cool, you know what I mean? I try to be cool. Like, I've told people, like, I don't want anybody to hate me, or I don't want to give anybody a reason to hate me. Not like I'm going to kiss everybody's butt, but, like, for me, I don't have anything to be mad about. I don't lie, period. Like, I want to set the best example for myself inside and out of the ring, and that's all.
Bro, I needed coffee, a quad shot, to get to that level, bro. Like, well, 'cause, look, bro, I wouldn't sleep super late last night. Like, I had a long day yesterday, and everybody's like, bro, like, why do you're gonna end up burning yourself out? Like, yeah, bro, I am, but I'm doing shit I want to do. I'm getting all my business done, getting all my business like merch and shit done. Like, I'm working on all that stuff. Not like I'm out partying.
Oh no,
not like I'm out here like wasting time like that, but. And then, bro, I was like this in the car, like, I just want to go to sleep.
This guy said he was going to be up the whole time with me.
Yeah, bro, but I know, and like, bro, I try to, bro, but it's just, your body's like, nah, bro, you need some sleep, man.
Well,
I got 3 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah, man, that's crazy that you brought that. I should have brought my calendar, but anyways, so it's funny because, like, I look at my calendar. I started writing on my calendar so I could keep track of my stuff. So, look, I get 1 day off of work. I work the 6 days, so I'll give you my schedule real quick. So, in the morning, I'm up. 5 out of the 7 days, I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. If I'm not training or coaching the classes that we have here, then I have my workouts that I'm doing at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll train or whatever. So I'm get everybody confused. So look, I have my morning workout when I'm up at 5 in the morning. Yeah. And then from here, I'll train. I do, I'll do the coaching or I'll have my workout and then I'll train. And then I'll go to work. And then I usually have like a client or somebody that I work on with like one-on-ones. But realistically, like I look at my schedule, I don't have a day where like, you know what, let me go to Six Flags today. Because if I'm not at work, I'm here. If I'm not like here training, I'm here coaching. If I'm not here like doing something, then I got something that I got to take care of, like bills or whatever little thing that I got to do, like my errands. I literally have no day that I could just go to Six Flags or Disneyland or go like travel or something. But the biggest part is I love every single thing I do. You guys, when you guys got here, I was with a client. Like, you guys see, I love working with clients. I love doing that, doing the one-on-one training.
I was taking notes, too.
I got you. Yeah. And then, like, being at work. When I'm at work, I work the 6 days a week, and it's like, I love being at work. My coworkers, and then obviously working for a company that's supporting you and like behind you.
It makes it better,
I love
bro.
It, man.
Yeah.
I love it. I love going to work. I love coming here to being at the gym. If I'm not training, I'm coaching. It's perfect, man. I love. So for me,
it makes it easy to go to work.
It makes it easy to go to work, and I'm literally always working. Like,
bro.
Literally. As a matter of fact, after this, I got to go to work. But anyways, we're good. But we're good on time.
It's cool.
But,
we're gonna go with you, bro. We're gonna go with you, bro.
All right, getting back to the question, Samara, what are your thoughts on therapy and or medication for helping mental health?
So, see, it's a hard one because for me, now you ask me now, and I'm like, look, find a way. I was alone. I didn't have those resources that we don't realize we really have. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, if there's a way, there is a way. But if there's a way you could try to look for those, ask somebody that could help you, go for it. Because like, I wish I had that. I kind of just, people figured me out in a way to say it. I hit my breaking point where it was like, Rudy, what's going on? And boom, oh shoot. You know, so it's kind of like, get it, period. You know what I mean? And if one day I could grab somebody's hand and take them to get some help, that'd be a big thing that I would love to do. You know what I mean? And it's just one of those things. And I hope I'm wearing that shirt when I do it, because it's like one of those things where it's like, I didn't have that, you know, but it's there. But we're not aware that it's possible. You know, for me, I was just like, don't tell nobody. You just keep quiet, and you know, you just keep.
Do you think like
keep
being
going.
like Latino, that's what we were grown to do, like taught in a way, like subliminally?
I think that we try to separate each other too much, and I think we all have the same problems that we don't even realize.
Yeah.
And it comes down to like, one person hears yelling, one person hears like, or one person's just scared, you know, but we're all together. So when it comes down to like colors and expectations, I try to think like we're all
inclusive.
We're all we're Toro inclusive, man. It's like we're all in that circle. We just got to find a way to help each other out. Period. Because I mean, at the end of the day, man, like we're so caught up on like, oh, my life is perfect. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, no, but how perfect is it? You know, like what is it that's perfect? Just because you're here, or is it because like you have $5 in your wallet, or you have $100 in your wallet? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that makes it good? You know, for me personally, I wake up with the smell. Oh, trust.
Toppers. Bro.
See, nobody believes me, but I don't eat that much pizza. But it's like,
I mean, I can believe you.
it's hard. No, trust me, it's gonna be amazing though. But what's it called? It's just like, it's one of those things. Like, we just gotta like really understand that we're all the same, no matter what. Boy, girl, Latino, güeros, white. You know, like no matter what, we all have the same problems. Period.
Gotta stop knocking each other down, man. Start picking each other up.
Yep.
All right. This has come from Faded One. Favorite post-fight food.
Favorite post-fight food. This is normal for a fighter, but man, I like everything. You take me.
You got a carb
somewhere
load
to go,
after
yeah,
that.
like I'm good. Pizza, obviously, we're going to
Pasta.
Toppers. Obviously, honestly, I try to go to my sponsors first and foremost.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna go to sponsors. Sponsored by a bakery.
Hey,
Pita's Bakery. Thank
Conchas
you guys.
for sure.
Hey,
Snack,
this
bro.
is fine. The burritos right
Yeah.
there, amazing. You know, so but it's kind of like, it's my thank you. You know, like
Oh yeah, bro.
you know, all the family come and eat. You know, and like a lot of them like, oh, you know, we got you. Like,
Just give
Let me
back
just
the
at least
way-
pay something back, something. You know, like thank you. But I try to go back to the sponsors. I try to keep it like a local spot, just because. I mean, that's who's supporting me at the end of the day. You know, so I mean, favorite, but in a little quick, pizza and Mexican food.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Shit.
Love it. Love it.
I can't wait to eat.
Interview.
Top 5 favorite boxers.
Top 5 favorite boxers. So I'll probably get judged a lot for this one because off the top of my head, I don't have like right away. But
Well, whoever comes to your mind.
so look, as a fighter and the way I try to think inside the ring and the things that I try to do, and I try to like, I know how hard it is to do. Look, so recently, the top is gonna be Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker. You know, it's
Pernell Whitaker,
style,
yeah.
skill, footwork, defensive. Huge thank you to Coach Haas for putting me on. Like, I've been watching it nonstop, you know. But then I'm like more of like the defensive and footwork type of. That's what I admire.
Yeah.
So you go back down to Lomachenko, obviously. People are gonna hate me for this one, but inside the ring, Floyd Mayweather,
That's my favorite
the stuff
fighter.
he does, man.
That's my favorite fighter.
You have no idea how hard it is to see somebody like in front of you, try to punch you and move,
Bro,
and then move
let
again.
alone stick your chin out.
Yeah.
And then pull back.
And then pull back.
Exactly. You know, so there's what, that's three fighters. As far as just like the way he carries himself and I watched a lot of Ponce de Leon.
Yeah.
Small
Yeah, that's what I was
inspiration
gonna
for the
say.
colita.
I was gonna say.
Small inspiration for the colita, but it's and obviously Pacquiao. Period. You know, Pacquiao's
Yeah, bro, that's a lot of
style,
southpaw
everything.
fighters,
You know,
bro.
man. They're all southpaws, man.
Yeah.
What about Sergio Martinez?
Sergio Martinez. I'm a huge fan of him. You know, I'm a huge fan. One of the first fights I saw was that crazy Paul Williams knockout.
yeah.
But
Bro, he put
It's a
him
sport.
to sleep.
mhm.
Like, that guy was asleep before you could read him a bedtime
Yeah,
story,
it
bro.
was bad, but it's just any southpaw fighter. But for what they do inside the ring, those are probably like my top 5. I said
tight.
5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I was like,
Okay, this is the second and last question. Favorite reading material during a fight? That's from Clips and Chicks.
who cares? One big thing I would say is David Goggins' book. I'm on that right now at the moment.
You Can't Hurt Me?
I can't. Yes.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. I recommend that
Look.
shit to anybody, bro. David Goggins.
I think that's we should just leave it right there. That's
Yeah, you
Read
read
that
it.
book.
Read that book. Even if you get
Read
the
that
Audible book, like read it.
I have to
Listen
read
to
like I only read that book when I have the space to myself and I could read it out loud.
Yeah.
I can't sit there and just like quietly read. I got to read that book out loud. I'll park by the beach, I
Yeah.
come to the gym super early, an extra like 20, 30 minutes, I'll just read it because I got to read it out loud. I got to
Yeah.
Bro, when that's what I work out to is him, because my coach, he'll put it on and he's like, "This is what we're on today," and then, bro, like the story he tells, like he doesn't sugarcoat shit.
Oh
He's
no!
like,
In the book, you don't.
he's like
zero circles.
Yeah, and then like his Instagram presence, bro. Like he's like, "Oh, you're average. Oh, congratulations. You
Yeah,
want to stay there?
yeah,
Stay there."
yeah.
He's like, "I'm not.
Yeah.
Average ain't it for
Yeah.
me."
Yeah.
And I got it from your page, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, I want to go fucking work out right now, bro."
Yeah, I
Like,
can go on forever on that one, but yeah, that's David Goggins is get the book.
yeah, David Goggins, man, highly recommend.
Sure.
This
Big
question is from me. Who do you got, Canelo or Billy Joe Saunders?
So personally, I just think it's gonna be a lot harder of a fight than people expect. Canelo's gonna win. That's who I'm going with. But it's gonna be a harder fight than a lot of people expect.
definitely.
I mean, then again, you're coming from like a fighter who's understanding the skill, all
Yeah.
those stuff. But as a fan, yeah, let's go. Canelo's gonna win. Period. As a fan, as a fighter, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a little bit tougher. I personally think a little bit tougher than expected.
I honestly wanted Canelo to fight Billy Joe Saunders before he fought Triple G the first 2
But
times.
yeah, that's been
Cause,
tough. It would have been tough.
Well, 'cause-
Saunders ain't as bad as people think.
No,
People
that's
just
what I'm
don't know
saying.
him. That's why.
Yeah.
People just
Yeah.
don't know who
Yeah.
Saunders is. He's crafty.
Like, bro,
He's
like
crafty.
even what's his name? That big ass dude that always Tyson Fury.
Okay, yeah.
Like no one knew about him until he made his comeback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he felt.
and for a big boy, he could box.
Yeah, no, he can
Yeah,
move
he
too,
can
bro.
fucking move, yeah.
He talks a lot of shit, and sometimes he gets annoying. Like this for this Billy Joe Saunders press conference.
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, bro, somebody shut this motherfucker up. I'm like,
sure.
God damn, where the hell is Andy Ruiz at?
Yeah.
Get my big dog in here. Yeah, man, but that was all my Instagram questions.
All right, I have one more question to close out the show.
Sure.
If the whole world was watching right now, what's the message you'll tell them?
On the spot. But the first thing I could think of, how we touched up on it earlier, is really, complete your circle. That's what in a general explanation. Complete your circle and just keep working hard. Don't get tired and realize who's around you. Realize who can help you, and when you have the opportunity to get the help, go for it. Because I mean, your life will be so much better. Like if you would have met me last year, at the very least last year, I'd be completely different. You know what I mean? But it all came out from me going towards the people, and right now I'm at the best point in my life, period, than I've ever been. And it's just one of those things where none of this would have ever happened if I didn't open up to the people that I did open up to. So I mean, go out, get the help, and man, be happy and don't just be happy. Wake
grateful.
up early.
Wait.
Wake up early.
Go to
That's
bed.
where the money's at.
Go to bed early.
That's where the money's at. Going to sleep late ain't where it's at. Waking up early. Nah, but touching on your what you just said, I wouldn't even be here if I wasn't on the podcast with him, dog. Because he invited me on, and I was like, I've never done one. But I've been interviewed, but never like a podcast. And then he's like, just come on. I was like, all right, cool. it went on, bro. Next thing you know, like everybody asked me, "Hey, get a co-host," and I was like, "Fuck it, bro, let's do this, run it." And then it's been like little brother, big brother, and it's been cool, man.
Yeah,
But
you grow some strong relationships and little stuff that you guys come across. It's just,
yeah, man.
It's amazing. You just got to reach out and just take those little opportunities that we don't realize. It's just,
Yeah, man. Like,
you know?
really just find the people you confide in. Make sure, you know, everything's cool. Just tap in with them, man.
people.
Trust me. People love and care about you. Real quick, any shout-outs or anything you want to do like that?
So let me, I guess, a real big thank you to everybody for one, checking in on this right now. Ain't too deep, but people that support, period. You know, like, I don't think people understand how much support really means. It comes down to, like, for me as a fighter, sponsors, people that, simple stuff that come to my fights or ask about my fights. Hey, how you doing? When's your next fight?
Yeah.
You know, all the social media stuff, everything. Just people that support are amazing. Thank you guys all for the ears, the listening, and, you know, and the interest alone. You know, even something like this, people that are supporting this have the interest to come on. Let me listen to these guys talk for an hour, you know? And same thing for me. Like, let me drive a couple minutes or let me drive an hour, take an hour out of my day to go watch Rudy fight. Thank you guys for it all. And sponsors, a huge thank you to anybody that's been a part of my team.
I like that. That's dope.
Perfect.
And, last shout out of the week is all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
If it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be in this position. Love you, Mom.
Sure wouldn't. Love you, Ma. We going to the top, baby.
We're just
Stay
starting.
vicious. Peace.
Peace.